Chaser is officially dead. It died the day the delicious last course released. But I just wanted to use Chaser one last time, because for 5 years it served its purpose. So today, in today's challenge, which is it is very tricky. We're going to go against the DLC bosses, on expert, with Chaser, and arguably one of the worst charms. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not like the worst charms, but it's somewhere, down there to be one of the worst ones, especially because it reduces your damage by 10%, I think. Yes, I'm talking about Twin Hurt. Coupled with Chaser, this is like probably the worst combo you can probably think of in this game. It's going to take ages to kill the bosses, and the longer the fight, the most likely we have to get hit. So, without further ado, I mean, it's already started, so let's see. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we're not allowed to use any damaging super. It means that every kind of damage we will inflict to the bosses are going to be made by Chaser. So I can use the second super because it gives me invincibility, but basically, other than having 2, extra HP, I'm naked. I basically have nothing, and I can only rely on my skills and pray that I don't get hit. When it comes to this boss fight, I accidentally got to the secret phase, and after 5 minutes, I noticed that the boss was actually I died in the secret boss phase, and 5 minutes passed, and he was like halfway through the third phase, and you do not want to go to the secret phase with that challenge. Yes, an expert, the third normal phase is it is very tricky, but trust me, I'd rather take it any day than go into the secret phase. It is absolutely disgusting. I figured the hardest thing about the third phase is actually dodging the balls, right? And little trick here, I didn't did it. The whole reason why I got hit, in that third phase was because I didn't flip my head. Because what I usually do is actually flip my head when the screen actually flips. You may laugh, but actually it works. Trust me, it does work. I think at that point I actually did that. See, that's how you do it. That's how you beat the third phase. You just flip your head and you'll be fine. It's way better. Even without Chaser, I was still struggling to kill the boss and make it an S rank with the secret phase. It just does not make sense. And just like that, the Howling Aces, I think that's what they called, are dead. And that was actually the easiest fight on the challenge. From down here, I mean, it's actually got better. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about No Way Out. This is actually the first phase with Chaser is actually doable because it automatically gets rid of the nugs on the ground, and those guys are actually the only, I'll say, the one problem you should worry about in this fight, because other than that, there's nothing to actually worry about in the first phase. Because the worst one with Chaser is actually the second one. But for the time being, I didn't find this hard. Even dodging the gears was, easy. But also, I wanted to make sure I would get all those berries because, why not? It's not that I needed that, but, I see pink, I need to slap her. There we go. So phase 2 is actually very hard because normally I would use Crackshot or Roundabout, and I wouldn't worry about those. I don't even know what they are coming from the ground. But the problem with Chaser is that sometimes it was just target something, and it may not be the thing I wanted to target. So second phase took a while, and the longer the phase, again, the most likely you are to get hit, and there's just no Could have been cleaner. Could have been cleaner. But there's just so many things to look at. Especially those jumping. Are they hedgehogs? Kind of? Maybe? I don't know what they are. I can't see. I can see their faces. Oh, they're jumping gnomes. Oh, jumping gnomes. Okay. So those guys, they are very annoying. And I feel like sometimes Chaser misses enemies and I don't know, I just have to hang in there. I don't even know why I activated my super there. I was just like, why not have, bars? So might as well just spend them. Phase 2 was done, and it was time to phase 3. Now, phase 3 is probably the easiest phase for this boss, and the one thing you should always be on the lookout for is not get, if you get trapped on one side of the screen and you have to travel all the way to get that berry out of that hippo, like right here, I wasn't too far, but it could have been bad if I was farther away, and that's the only real issue in this fight. You do not want to get. Oh, that was almost clean. You do not want to be trapped. But here, she's actually very good because you don't have to do anything. You just have to dodge, and the weapon is going to target automatically. Ooh, see that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. There was no way I was making that parry. So if that bug did not die there, I was done. I was going to die. And it took 3 minutes. Mostly because the second phase, which took like an eternity. But then it was time for Moonshine Mob. And for this fight, honestly, the third phase is so cancer. The first and third phases are actually so cancer. Because there are so many things to target that the weapon sometimes just not, target the boss, and you have to just pray to not get hit. Especially those minions, he will sometimes spawn in the first phase. Chaser is not the best weapon to deal damage to those guys so that they can die fast. So sometimes that's mostly why you may see me activate my shield, my X move, because I want to have that extra layer of protection just in case I get hit. It is not the placebo effect. Crackshot, I made some tests, and Crackshot makes everything. Crackshot, and Miss they make everything seem so much simpler. And also, yes, I'm using the worst, possibly the worst build you can use for those bosses, but come on, like, even Chaser by itself. Let's say you just use Crackshot with no charm. It will still be easier because you'll kill the bosses faster. But phase 2 is basically just go around and try not to get hit. I'll say the one issue in this fight is sometimes when you drop down or you go up to avoid the beams or ultrasounds, you can sometimes hit the minions, and that's the only thing you should be worried about. And the third phase is just hard because it takes way too long and you can get distracted. Other than that, the third phase is actually very easy, but it just takes way too long, and the screen can sometimes, if the weapon does not do a great job to get rid of those dust guys, minions he spawns, yeah, the screen is going to be crowded and you won't have enough space to run, to hide, or yeah. But if you don't know, either he attacks from the right side or from the left side. So when he's on the left side, you already know you have to go right, and if he's on the right side, you already know you can hide and wait it out. Oh, I did not get hit there. That was actually, maybe that's the shield. It has to be the shield. It just takes way too long, man. It just takes way too long, and we have to thank Twin Heart for that. Chaser is not good, and Twin Heart does a great job highlighting exactly why it's not good, because their damage is actually significantly decreased now. It took a while. It took a while, and now I think maybe that fight is the one which took the longest. It took the longest. I think it might be because of the first and third phases. I think it was about 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Oh no, 3 minutes and 36. That was almost 4 minutes for that one boss fight. That's just sick and silly. Oh god. Oh my. Now, for obvious reasons, Esther Winchester was left out of the challenge because, well, it's a plain level and you don't get to use Chaser in that fight. And when I did it, because I did it with only Twin Heart, I actually S-ranked this fight because I trained a lot called the normal S-rank challenge, and it's not that bad, and that's not the purpose. It's supposed to be bad, but because Chaser wasn't there, I decided to just not include that fight in... Yeah, Esther Winchester is, no, it's not happening. But what about Mr. Freeze? Mr. Freeze is arguably one of the hardest for this challenge, mostly because of the third phase. No, forget about the third phase. It is hard, but good lord, the second phase is a nightmare with Chaser. The second phase is a nightmare, mostly because sometimes he would spawn those flying things, and Crackshot will normally do a great job at dealing with those things, but oh my god, that Chaser is just not good, which resulted in the screen being sometimes very crowded. So crowded that there was basically no space to dodge, and it was just a nightmare. It took a lot of tries to actually get the hang of it, and yes, the shield has to always be up just in case those things get too close to me. The shield is there to, you know, gas my back. Sometimes, not every time, but sometimes. But also, I ended up getting the eyeball, right? The eyeball in the third phase is so much cancer on expert that I need all the health I can to make it there, because the fight is going to take a while. It's going to take a while, and I just get hit too many times. So let's save as much HP as possible. Oh boy, this phase. This phase is actually cancer simply because of that one attack he does with the eyeballs. That is so much faster and so much annoying on expert difficulty. Those ones, not so bad. Actually, not so bad. But the eyeball, man, the fucking eyeball. See, I don't even know. I thought I dashed it, but you know what? Apparently, I wasn't. This one is very nice. It's pretty simple to dodge. I don't even know why I activated my super there. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's fine. I truly wonder if people are still going to use Chaser now that Crackshot is there. I don't think there is any reason why you would use the weapon. I never liked the green actually. I never liked the green. Oh my god, down to 1 HP with a dream. This is where you activate actually Ultra Extents, not to get hit. And that's a knockout. That's the fucking knockout. That boss was very annoying, but he is nothing. Actually, all those bosses were nothing compared to Saltbaker, because that fight took everything. I was on the verge of giving up and actually making the video just taking down bosses on regular, but I felt like I would feel like a bitch if I did it, so I still went in there, hoping to make it happen with Chaser. So all we have to do is just dodge. But this fight is so much easier with either Smoke Bomb or Miss Chalice, because you can just dodge. I'll say arguably, maybe. I mean, personally for me, the first phase is actually very easy now because I died so many times and I have a lot of practice. So basically I have nothing but my skills to dodge the sugar, the strawberries, the flame on. Every time I see that the flames are on one side, I go on the opposite side. That's all you have to do, and it's not that much of a threat. The flames are not that much of a threat if you just do that. But I hate those jumping flower whatever thing it is. I just hate that thing. But keep in mind, every single time you see that the flames are on one side of the screen, just go to the opposite side and you will be fine. So phase 1, see, phase 1 was almost flawless, but now phase 2 is where things get really annoying, because this phase was actually made, in my opinion, was designed for either something like smoke bomb or Miss Chalice's invincible dodge roll, because without that, and the fact that Chaser is so bad at killing those pepper, good lord, you're going to be here for a while. But I think the one thing I hate the most in this fight are the leaves. The leaves are so annoying. Oh, you don't even imagine. Sometimes I would get here after flawlessly defeating Sub Baker's first phase and still die because those leaves, man, those leaves. I don't even think the flames are an issue. Even the shooting, even those ingredients, the peppers are shooting at us are not that bad. It's not that bad, but the leaves are super cancer. That, and with the fact that Chaser takes too much to kill those things. So came the third phase. And I already knew. At this point I knew that was my one chance to defeat the boss, because I had 4 HP, which was like, it never happened before. And I don't know why, but I tend to struggle with the last phase a lot. I just don't know why. It's not like, it's nowhere near as hard as, especially with Cuphead. I tend to just struggle a lot to make those parries and actually land on my feet. I was kind of shaky when I saw that 1 HP, but I just hung in there and I tried not to panic, and it happened. Actually, if it happened, I was so relieved. Another bitch, I did it on expert. Jesus Christ, it was painfully hard. And yes, Chaser and Twin Heart is bad, but that challenge was kind of fun. I still wish we had the cursed version of the Divine Relic, because that was also fun. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like the video, drop a like, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.